You already know. We in the building. No gully. You heard? No gully, B. Straight up and down. We don't condone that. There's no gully. We gonna go viral with this one. There's no gully, man. You heard? Just unsubscribe from that bum channel now. You know what I mean? Because he like to beat up on black women. Just black women. Not no other woman. He just want to beat up black woman. He's terrible out there. No gully. That's right. No gully TV. You heard? But we going like this. You know what I'm saying? There's no gully. Who gonna follow up next? Huh? Y'all out there condoning that man. He calling himself the fake dribble. He's dribbling. Yeah, he's dribbling all right. He's beating up black women. You know what I'm saying? He's beating up black women. Yup. He's beating up black women like He got it like that. Because she want to break out. She want to go home. He beats her like a slave. Huh? And she popped a little gold chain around his neck. Huh? He had a little gold chain that he bought from the department store in Harlem. You know what I mean? And complained that it was real. It was nothing but a 929 silver piece, you heard? And he over there beating on that woman like that. I knew your turn was coming, no gully, without the TV. I knew it. We ain't talking about your gold chains. We ain't talking about where you lived at. We ain't thinking about that. We worrying about why you put your hands on that woman. Huh? And zip with the drip. You better run far away from him, man. For people think that you did it. Y'all niggas said no. Y'all saying no, he didn't beat that woman up. Y'all bug. Y'all know he beat that woman up. Y'all know he beat that black woman up. Huh? He don't like black women. He beats them up. He gets them in a circle and he drugs them and beats them up. He worse than P. Diddy. It's no gully, man. Share the live. It's no gully. We ain't even gonna put his name in there. Just no gully. Huh? I'm riding on this wave. You feel me? I'm riding on this, man. It's Brooklyn, Queens, the Brooklyn way. Huh? I'm riding on this one, man. Huh? Word up. Somebody gonna say, yeah, that's a fact. No gully. That's funny. That's funny. No gully. That's it right there. No gully. You know what I'm saying? I'm HAMP doing the supervillain. I'm minding my business. I see an alley oop. I'm taking it. Big up to Uncasa for throwing that at the peoples, man. Thank you for that New Year bag, Uncasa. He ain't never lied, man. Uncasa ain't never lied. He put dollars in everybody's pocket. I'm giving him his flowers. Thank you, Uncasa. I appreciate that. No gully. We was running around yelling out no Diddy. Now it's no gully. Yo, word, nah, no gully. Word, he looking for Burger Kings. He's out there eating. They're talking about he doing burpees. No, he's doing Slurpees. He was slurping them boys up in Harlem for they swag and all that. Huh? We ain't talking about no personal, where you live. I ain't got time for that. People that know where you live at. But what we know is that you beat that woman. I heard the audio, boy. There's no gully. Yep. He gonna try to outwork everybody by doing something, try to distract you, get you to focus this way because they got him out here as woman beat. He beat up black women, man. He don't like black women. Gully TV, aka Gully, he don't like black women, man. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. His mama is a black woman. Yo, hit that like button when you get in the building. We talking dirty, man. No gully. You heard? It's no gully. We out here. I don't care how old I am. I ain't no woman beater. I don't care what you say about me. I ain't never beat no woman. You understand? I ain't got 13 kids out there lying to those women. And they said he liked to play with them little peoples too. So I ain't got that on my record. You just saying he got this age. That's good. I'd rather take the age than take what no gully got. He got a whole lot of track record. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Appreciate you, hoodies up. I'm glad you back on track, man. There's no gully, you heard? No gully. Woman beater, no swag, basement bum, and what else the thumbnail said? It said a whole lot. But all we know, the title says, no Gully. See, Gully, I'm not coming here. I'm glad this happened to you, because I remember when we was trying to come up and everybody had a story to tell, just to have you in the algorithm a little bit. You yelling out, yeah, anybody touch my name, I'm throwing them inside the copyright strike. I'm going to get them a strike. Now, they unsubscribing from your show. Why? Because you like to beat up black women, boy. They got I heard the tape. Big up to Uncasa. He sent that to. Uncasa sent that to all the little YouTubers in their email. Yup. It said, thank me later. I'm doing mine first. Thank you, Uncasa. I got mine. Somebody else better follow pursuit, because I ain't talking personal. I'm talking about that black woman he beat up for that tennis fake diamond necklace. Huh? We ain't talking about today's jury. We're not talking about today's jury. No Gully. We don't care about today's jury. Everybody got a classic Gucci link, son. I do too. It always make that noise. That's what it is. You feel me? But we ain't talking about that. We talking about, well, this is real. My little tennis joint. We talking about one of these you had when you was with Uncasa. See, this is real. This is one of my first daddios. This that white gold. You know what I'm saying? 13 karat white gold right here, baby. You heard? But look, you had one of these, a 929 joint from Harlem 125 Mark Place. The Mart, M-A-R-T, Marketplace, whatever they called it. It's shut down now. But you was there. You bought a gold fake chain. And when that girl wanted to leave, you beat her like a pope. You beat her like a pope. No Gully. That's right. It's no Gully. Y'all big up Hoodies Up, man. That's my team for Brooklyn. Y'all subscribe, like, comment, and care, because all my Brooklyn niggas gonna eat off this. It's a Brooklyn thing. He's from somewhere in the Erie, Pennsylvania. We don't know him. So y'all better get up on this right now and work y'all mind. Don't say his name, but say his name. No Gully. All my Brooklyn niggas gonna eat off this. I jumped on it as soon as Casa sent the email. I said, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I was gonna do it tomorrow. I said, nah, it's still hot. Get on it while it's still hot cakes, man. You get on it now, you can get some hot cakes. I don't care who that. For real, for real. Whoever you talking about. No Gully. Somebody better, you see him, man, smack him for doing that to that black woman like that. He don't like black women. Never seen them. All his kids is light skinned. All his kids light skinned. Mixed. They look like Stephen Curry kids. Huh? All his kids look off white, off black. Salute, I posted you on my short. Got them going crazy. You heard I tagged you. No doubt, beloved. I appreciate you. I'm glad it's working. That's what it's all about. Pick up what we put down, man. It's Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn. You feel me? Tell them niggas to go smoke their fingers. You feel me? But that's what's gonna happen next. Tell them to go smoke their fingers, man. It's HAMP doing. See my man in Brooklyn over there, he eating off of my short. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing, man. I want you to eat. It's Brooklyn. Word up. If it's cordial, laughable, and you got something going on with it, do it. I'm for it. I want to laugh anyway. I want to laugh at myself, because that's the best laughter. When you put it together and you say, yeah, I can laugh at myself, now you comfortable with everybody else laughing. So let's laugh. You heard? We always say laugh, live, learn, and what else? Love. So we outside with the 4 L's, man. 2026, don't slip. But laugh your way up though, man. Word up. As they like to say back in the days, we dying laughing, you heard? Straight up, we dying laughing. Yeah, we taking it to the next level. No Gully. I ain't finished. I'm just running my program, Gully. You gonna answer to this one, man. You ain't gonna run around with 200,000 subscribers thinking you gonna trick us because you got that amount. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna pass it to Hoodies Up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pass it to Big Dice. All my Brooklyn niggas. You know what I'm saying? East New York Henny. I'm gonna pass all that subscribers to all my Brooklyn niggas. Yo, tag me. I got them. We all getting this money off of No Gully. You feel me? Because we let the women hit on us and we do shit like this. Then you go like that, like get fuck, and she go like this, and then you grab her. Now that grab's supposed to be, let me take this bitch in the bedroom, but not Gully. Gully put all hands, feet, and he's a biter. He was fighting some guy out there, as Uncasa told the story, the untold stories of Uncasa, the untold of Uncasa told the story about No Gully, how he was fighting some guy out there, and the guy stood up, put his hands up, and said, "Let's square off. First person knock out, we walk away, wake you up." Fair. They shook hands. He's a renigger. He's a re-nigger. He shook that man's hand and said, "Okay, we gonna fight square up." And what he do? He did the Christian was edge. He did the edge. He stood, waited till the guy took his jacket off and turned around, and he ran up to him and charged on him like Edge. Who's that? Who's some dirty man? Who's that? You know I can't read. Hold on. You know I'm out here working and they distracted. Oh, that's Hoodie. That's Hood. Oh, hold on. Let me get my arms together. Ooh. But it's a Brooklyn hug right here. It's a Brooklyn hug right here. Let me crack my knuckles. All right, because he's a big brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. Hoodies Up. Yeah, he charged that man like Rhino. He charged that man, threw him on the ground, bit his face like a slave, biting out of gold chains. I'm telling you right now, if my Brooklyn niggas don't step on this, at what time I started? 6:10, I be done around 7:40, 7:30, because I'm crazy like that. Somebody better pick up what I put down. It's No Gully. It's No Gully. You're going to have to work another time. I don't care if you use this title, that title. Listen, it's No Gully, man. Got to get him out the game. Huh? We let the snitches stay in here because it's something to talk about. Yo, he a snitch. That's something to talk about. 5,000 paperwork on the nigga. 5 more thousand papers. Them niggas had Corey King from 212. They had him up here, the biggest rat of all rats. Look how he turned himself around. Huh? Now he's a podcaster, talking, running around. They had Queen's Flip up here saying he was the biggest snitch for shutting down the Mick Trap. Them boys was in there before he got there. Had a 6 months tour, good year run. And here he go. He want to be some, let me say hello. They shut him down. Look at his life turned out. He running around looking for China games now. Queen's Flip ain't doing nothing but looking for China Mac. He got a Big Mac. He was at the Mick Trap. But besides all that, let's get back to this guy who like to beat up women with his bare hands at somebody else's house trap. And that's No Gully. No Gully. I can't believe you, Gully. I can't believe you. Now, it ain't My friend named Gully. We always say keep it gully. So we ain't gotta talk about you. It's 1,000 people. I counted before I started my show, counted 25 gullies out here. Nigga said his name was Gully. I said, what? He said his name was Gully. I said, what? He said his name was, I said, what? I said, we got a gully show, no gully. We don't know. Will the real gully stand up? Who hit that woman? You broke her jaw. I could imagine how she was thinking. And I believe she got a man that day. She was so happy to get on the train. Somebody looked at her and comforted her, got her hot cup of cocoa, hot chocolate, and gave her what would they give you about there? Little sandwiches on the train ride. You know, it's a long ride back. And she sat back comfortable, pretty toes on the dashboard. And the guy said, man, I wish I could get that nigga. She said, don't worry. She said, don't worry about him because he's going to get excommunicated when he run around. I said, yeah, that's a fact. Because if I'd have met him, I'd have broke his jaw. Brooklyn law, man. We don't do that. You put your hands up. You know what I'm saying? You put your hands up. Listen, I'm gonna play them little games. I hear what you're saying, but you gotta run to the store. We appreciate it. You and your man. You know, y'all running around here playing little nigga games, man. We don't play the nigga games, you heard? You ain't even real to be talking like that anyway. You soft. You feel me? So go to the store, B. Tell your mother I said hi. That's probably them gullies coming up in here, man. It's no gully, man. You heard? It's no gully, man. You coming up in here with that gully situation, tighten you up, man. You coming in here with that gully operation, I'm tightening you up. I ain't playing. You working for Gully. You working for Gully. Everybody working for a bag, you working for him. Trying to keep his name alive and keep him from being not looked at as that black woman beater. He's a black woman beater, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Huh? He like beating up on women. You heard? Gully TV, black woman. He lures them in. He let them see his little analytics, right? He give them these packages. Then he go to the little 7-Eleven convenience store, buy the cheap pizza, cheap wings, and you know he loved glizzies. Uncasa said he loved glizzies. He loved, when he first got to them boys, he asked where the hot dog stand was. They said they don't eat that. They said we're not little kids no more. No Gully was running down saying he got to have one because he want to get it out of his system. They said, nah, you're going to get it out of your system today. And guess what today was? No glizzies. Now, turn it around today, no Gully. Got you now. We got you now, Gully T. No Gully. See, they heard about that domestic violence case. See, you got to have real good track record here. See, we had a guy on here try to initiate me as a situation. He tried to call me a rat. And that's Sissy Dead side. Every time he get in the building, I really want y'all to get him because he keep hiding. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do no more work after that. You know why? Because it was all phone. But in this case, with no Gully, this is real. This ain't like you calling a nigga a rat. Like, yo, he a rat. That's 1,000 paperwork. You be like, oh, we gotta find paperwork, and it ain't real. People buying it. It is all crazy now. But this here, whatever the name is, they said Jamel Tinsley. There's a lot of people named Jamel Tinsley. You ain't the only one. We got a nigga named Jamel, a man named Jamel Tinsley, and right here, and what's these projects called? Give me a second. Filipino. Yeah. Filipino. What's that? I call it the Filipino. Right down over there. Right in East New York. Brooklyn. We got a Jamel Tinsley that's in Bed-Stuy. Word up. You ain't the only. I told you ain't the only guy. Because it could be you. But there's a bunch of them that beat up women before. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of Jamel Tinsleys, a.k.a. No Gully. Yeah, Roosevelt. Yeah, over there. There's a bunch of them. You ain't, yo, he talking about me. Nah. That's how I told Hassan Campbell. Like, you don't know if that's my name. My name could be Jamel Tinsley. Huh? But I'm not no woman beater, though. Huh? My name could be Doom Gully. Huh? Because I keep it gully out here, man. Huh? But I don't beat up women. You see what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna get me. And the niggas that you ain't gonna get, because you're gonna pick and choose your way into this. So you would think people could stop. So you're gonna try to make some examples and say, I'm gonna pick this one, stop. Nah, as long as people stay in the guidelines of talking how they talking, you can't get them. No Gully. Stop playing out there, No Gully. You soft, man. You beat that woman up. And I'm scared to talk about it. The reason why, because it makes me want to jump in a time machine. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking to myself, Uncasa, you saw it. Why you didn't put pause on that nigga? Like you saw it. You said you opened the door. The girl almost broke the screen. You saw him beating her. Why you? All you did was, yo, what you doing? Yo, stop, chill. What the fuck is you doing? I mean, I'm just going what you saying. We're not trying to, but I'm thinking, like, why you didn't break his jaw? You and your man Skibo. Why he come out and say, yo, y'all get out of my house with that? Why nobody ain't break his jaw? I'm pretty sure the girl would have felt relieved if one of y'all niggas would have broke his jaw. Stopping it, she only felt 1/3. If somebody would have grabbed him, like, what, nigga, what the fuck? We ain't bring you out here, man. Just, nah, boom. And here go your other man. Yo, what happened? This nigga hitting on the girl. Now, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have swung back on you. No Gully wouldn't have swung back on you, Uncasa. Because he would have got shot. He was like, oh, snap. You know, Uncasa about this 6'2", you know what I'm saying? 4 feet, whatever. Of the nigga about 5 feet, whatever. Then his man would have came out. Then he would have had to think, like, oh, I'm about to get jumped. Which should have happened before the girl left. She should have got on that plane, train, or automobile. And could have went off and said, I got a scar, but at least honor his man, tighten that bum ass nigga up. I ain't speaking to him no more. I mean, that's my beef, man. You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't swing on No Gully TV, aka No Gully? That's all I want to know, Uncasa. You said you opened the door, and she went through the door, and then your man came out and said, "Yo, don't get out of my house with all that." You heard? So why you didn't swing? So y'all let him stay out there for a long time? See, sometimes you got to be careful how you tell these stories, Uncasa, because you can make it look good and have everybody going up against Gully. But when somebody real and from the hood, they think about it. Like if me and my man brought somebody up and he went, we responsible for that. You understand? And we tell a person when we get there, don't do nothing that gonna make us have to come out of character. So y'all wasn't responsible on Casa and Skibo. I don't care how the story go today. It sound beautiful. It sound like both of y'all need a money. I'm here to tell you. On Casa, it sound like you and No Gully and your man Street Education with the big head, like y'all need a couple of dollars. I think 10 Toes Down spoke on this a long time ago. But it had to strike a nerve with you because he made a suggestion pertaining to $25. See, I listen. And before I jump on things, I go back and watch and listen again. Like, why you didn't beat that boy up, you and your man. That's what I'm saying. It makes me think that y'all condoned it. So it been heavy on your heart, Uncasa, and you was probably waiting for a moment for No Gully to strike a nerve, which he did by telling another man about his mother sucking some or doing some oral fixation. That's what women do, B. Or some men. But mainly who I hang out with, women, they do that. But look, you condoned it. So don't get on the TV now and get views and talk about Gully TV, aka No Gully, huh? And he got 200, almost 300,000, and you got 20, 15, whatever. It sound beautiful though. It tickled me. You heard me? The same thing that you said about Jim Jones. They didn't answer back. They got too much to worry about. 50 Cent is in the conversation. Now that's bigger money. Your little diplomat story is diplomat story. But why didn't you and your man beat that boy up? Y'all condoned it. Then you kicked him out the house, the boy said. What if he would have followed the girl home? Did anybody get her home safe? No, y'all stood out there, started smoking more weed. Like, yo, that nigga bugged out. And all you was probably thinking was, yeah, if he ever flip out, I'm going to use this footage. So we're going to put the blame on No Gully and put the blame on Uncasa. Because let me tell you something. Me and my man, or me and my girl, we got somebody hanging with us. We are responsible for that person's actions, right or wrong. Gully should have been in the hospital with a broken elbow. He wouldn't have been doing no more budgies or burpees. He should have been in there with a broken ankle. He wouldn't be able to do no dribble guard and dribble lard, none of that. You know why? Because we tightened him up, because this here could give us a bad stain. What if she would have went to the precinct and got the police there and got everybody locked up? Y'all would have been an accomplice, because somebody would have said, did anybody stop him? All y'all did was, nah, we yelled and said, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Then they'd take blood samples, and all y'all niggas was high. Huh? Now the girl lose her kids. So she had to think. She had to think if she would have went to the police, what if Woody would have went to the cops and all that? What if she would have been? See, I'm thinking big because everybody's on the surface. Yeah. We said what we said on the surface. We said it. We said he's a woman beater. He like beating up black women. Yeah, we talked for 30-something minutes. Now here go the juice. Here go the steak. Them 2 guys, them 3 guys, 1 woman. Not 3 guys and 3 women. It was 1 girl, 1 young woman, and 3 young men, or 3 men. Two men against 1 man. And nobody stopped that man.
All Israel, though. That's all Israel.
Huh? Nobody didn't call Captain Tazariot. Nobody didn't call fake Israel doctrine. Did anybody get a chance to call Professor Khalil Amani for that? Nah. They weren't about the Bible. This is big right now. Pause. This is big money. Anybody can eat off this one right now if they smart. We were. I was going to leave it alone until I said, nah, something ain't right. Because I'm not going to take Uncasa's word. Because Uncasa, you are responsible for letting that man No Gully put his hand on that woman. Because you didn't stop him. You said you opened the door so she could fall extra. If you would have not opened the door, she would have went through the screen, you said. That's what you said. Huh? Because you soft, man. You soft. He must have brought some Philadelphia weed for your ass. You heard? And y'all started smoking. That book can't save us. No doubt. I don't know nothing about nothing. But look, Uncasa, why didn't you and your man Skibo weld off on No Gully? Because that's your man. My man's would have got his jaw broken. He would have went home and had to tell a story that he was ice skating or something. And we would have had to go along with that for a while until we got drunk and said, yo, I broke your jaw for hitting that woman. You heard? We would have went back to the city. He would have went back to fucking Pennsylvania with a wired jaw, drinking soup for hitting that black woman like that. I wouldn't care if she was any color. But that color was particular because that's who he brought. He got him a black woman. He didn't get a Hispanic woman because that Hispanic woman would have picked up a knife and would have poked his ass. See, I'm afraid, I'm ashamed of the black sister. That's why I'm teaching my kids right now how to poke your niggas. How to karate chop you niggas. How to kick you 6 inches below your navel. You punk motherfucker. I can't believe you punk ass niggas sat there and let a man hit a black woman. And all you niggas said was, chill. Don't do that. He kicked the door in, holding the girl. Right there, I would have, because first and foremost, my thought was been, I'm taking the bitch from the nigga anyway. I'm a pimp. Yo, bitch, get the fuck over here. That nigga putting his hands on me. Let me break this nigga face. Yo, you working for me now. Boop, I would have broke his fucking jaw. Pimp style, nigga. It's my bitch now. You heard? That's what the fuck I would have did. And I would have made it so fucking ugly that I would have had that bitch in my bed, sitting on my lap, fucking her, while he just had fucking altercations with the hoe. That's what the fuck I would have did. But nah, not you niggas. Unless y'all was doing something with that girl and y'all paid her and he didn't want to pay her because he was mad that they ran up on her. I mean, it could be that too. Nobody ain't telling nothing. But for what you told us, Uncasa, that you opened the door for her not to break the screen door, and you didn't break that nigga jaw, you told him chill, I don't think I like it, man. For these 2 lives that you've been outside, I think you should go back inside and do hip hop reports now, man. I think we caught you out there. You and your man Skibo are responsible for No Gully, for that shit that he got. Y'all want to fucking. It's like he's saying to himself, right? I got you. I got you. I mean, look, I'm gonna play advocate on it. You know, I'm gonna play the lawyer and the defense lawyer. I'm gonna help him out. I got you, Gully. Check it. He like, yo, y'all niggas didn't say nothing. Y'all just said that. Now y'all want to air me out? Huh? Y'all ain't say nothing then. Now you want, but then it took for him to say something about $25. I think that was kind of corny. You could have stayed with his mama basement. You could have stayed with him sleeping on the couch. You could have stayed with him wearing fake gold chains. You could have stayed with him with the fact that he wanted to look like so much like Harlem niggas. You could have kept it right there instead of having to jump to the fact that he's a woman beater. When y'all had this information a long time ago. So you was worrying about Jim Jones. He didn't answer you. You was worrying about Joel Santana. He didn't answer you. You was worrying about Cameron. Somewhat answer you. You started to worry about everything else. They ain't really answer. So you wake up, hear Gully, no Gully, this say something pertaining to something for you to come out for 2 lives. And twice on those lives and 3 times on those lives, you discuss him beating up that girl. What makes me think you and your friend condoned it that day. Nobody ain't break his damn kneecaps. So, no Gully, you can't stop the traction. You could probably listen to these small YouTuber channels, but when you get to me, you'll probably say, I like it. He fucked me up. Then he shot me down a little alley-oop. Yeah, I did, Gully. Because it do make sense. That's like niggas know that they got a crazy uncle in the family that touched and do a lot of things. Then when you get them around some other things, y'all didn't tell nobody that the uncle do shit. He's a kleptomaniac. He steal panties. He sniff panties. He hides. Y'all didn't say all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't say all that. Y'all niggas looked at him and waited till the situation got drastic and then said, damn, we should have told you. I'm sorry. But we didn't think he was going to do it. He told us. This is disease, B. That's a disease. They can't help. You got to really be a chaperone. Like, where you going to the bathroom? I'm going there too. It ain't like I ain't seen what you got. We got the same thing, nigga. Because you ain't going to climb out that window and get on the other side of the window and climb over there and look at somebody else. And then after that, we're going to say, he told us he didn't want to do it. Nah, we responsible for that. So, Uncasa, you got to take accountability. You're gonna have to do a 5-hour live just to combat those 2 lives so that you could probably tell people, look, I was scared. Say that. I think that's the only escape you got, Uncasa. Say I was scared of Gully. Say that. Say by the time I would have hit him, Skibo would have came out late with his robe on. That's what you said. He had his robe on. So nobody wasn't in position to fight except no Gully. But you was. Because for some apparent reason, you opened the screen door. You didn't open the screen door with a coffee cup, grabbing a newspaper, and your house slippers. You know what, Uncasa? I'm going to blame this. I'ma say we blame it on your damn soda pop glasses. We blame you in the soda pop glasses. We're gonna say you forgot your glasses. I was wiping my eyes out when No Gully was doing that to the girl. I didn't see all that. So you ain't gonna rat the nigga out. If one of the bitch would have killed herself, all y'all niggas would have went to jail. If that was me with you niggas and he did that and she died, he did it. He beat that girl. I didn't touch that woman. I came here to get high. I came here to get money. He beat that woman. I ain't do shit. So you mean to tell me if that woman would have died right there at that table, all she had to do was hit something on the side of her head and not wake up, and they track her all the way down with 3 guys. All y'all niggas going to jail. And I ain't say I wish it would have happened, but what you would have did if it would have happened. Huh? Uncasa? See, sometimes, yeah, it's accomplice. Sometimes you should have been quiet. You should have just stayed with the apartment that he lives in, stayed with him jacking your clothes. You should have edited the fake chain and probably said, yo, I remember he got mad when the person popped his fake chain. Kept the girl, I should have said the person. It could have gave people a speculation on woman or man he had an altercation with. Then you said he was fighting somebody. So they could have been in that area of popping the chain. But you didn't take it that way, Uncasa. You wanted to get to the story, the Berry Gully for $25. And he threw a thumbnail on you. You walking outside with no fucking Vaseline, no CarMax, no CareMax, or no TJ Maxx. Your lips all ashy. You running around trying to read the chat, looking all crazy, and still running your mouth about him beating up the woman and you opening the door. That's an accomplice. You didn't save that woman. You're another woman beater. You, him, and Skibo. All 3 of y'all could do, and I wish I meet that young girl. I wish I could meet her. And I get like 5, 6 guys. 6 guys. 2 for No Gully, 2 for Skibo, and 2 for you. And I have her sit there and in the director's chair. I sit next to her. We'll film it, and I have her say, cut, action, and have the 2 guys beat up you and put Gully in the wig and have the same treatment he did to her turn to him with those 6 guys. That's what I do with her if I find that young woman. And she probably saying to herself, why ain't something now? Fuck you, Uncasa. That's what she probably saying. Looking like Pookie, yeah. Yeah. Because you ain't dropping no bag, man. You know what I'm saying? Polly Pockets, they got to answer you or why I ain't answering you. Fuck you. We don't know you, nigga. We running the bag over here, bitch. Telling my story on what it need to be told about a nigga telling a story that just got told and it felt like it got some holes in it because this nigga should have swung on No Gully. Why you let him walk away with that, man? Like he did something. Like he scared you and punked y'all nigga. Like, y'all better not say nothing. Yeah, I did that. Y'all better not say nothing. And I was fucking on. Y'all nigga let that nigga get away with that? Y'all let that nigga No Gully get away with that. Uncasa and Skibo. I'm just saying, if I would have brought a story out, that means I got to do some recanting, man. Like, oh, I should have said it like this. Or I should have said it like that. It's too late. You said it already. You said he beat her up. You opened the door. See, more and more we talk about Gully, No Gully, we think about who the peoples that was there. It wasn't like it was 5 people. Because I believe it was 5 people there. He wouldn't have did that. So he tested y'all punks, right? And so I'm gonna do this shit. So he had that trait, bringing that shit all the way from PA, hanging out with some Harlem niggas. This nigga's a psycho. You hanging out with a fucking psycho, and here it is. He running around the city under y'all niggas' jurisdiction to go do some sucker shit and get y'all niggas locked up. He'll get expedited to his fucking state and get less time, and you niggas go upstate and get all the goddamn time. That's crazy. Y'all niggas ain't smacked the shit out that nigga, man. Y'all niggas wait till y'all get on the fucking internet and talk about niggas' dirty laundry like that. Uncasa. Nobody ain't gonna say it because they riding your wave. I'm a villain. I take this job very seriously. I sat back and I heard everything you said pertaining to this story. You got the algorithm running. I still on my program though. But being that I do this first, it's traction. But you gonna get dragged in it too. Now I ain't looking to battle you. I got somebody for that. In case you looking to battle me. You heard? I got Soapbox Willie. He already beat up T-Rex. He know y'all. Y'all might know him. His name is Lieutenant Leatherneck Hit the Deck, aka Soapbox Community Bread. You heard me? I'm gonna tell him later on too when I get off this show, because you condoned it. So I can't. I was riding with you at first, like everyone else. Because like I said, I put my feelings in it. I was like, yeah, fuck Gully. He was a bitch ass nigga. I remember him fighting Bullets Gotti and all that shit, lying. But then I wait, think about it as we build it. Almost an hour into the show, like, yo, he ain't really all that fault. He got 95% fault. No Gully. That's a lot. But to get the 100%, it's still what they call that. The Sheebu, shaky, because the other 5% ain't saying nothing. That's 250 for Uncasa and 250 from Skibo. Put it together, that's the 5. That would have gave it 100%. They didn't give him nothing. They let him walk away, buy more gold chains and shit. They let Gully TV walk away after all those years of him wearing Apollo Creed hat from the Rocky movie. You waited all these years. And if Gully is a sucker for sitting back to find out what people got on him to see what he could trigger up, well, that's a good manipulator. He manipulated you, boy. He manipulated you into the game of the get him in the algorithm. What you get a little bit, it don't make it if he gets 9 and you get 20. This is a long road right here, man. You got the how long you got, pause. You know what I mean? You got what, 2 weeks? And then after that, what you gonna say about Uncasa? What you gonna say about it now, Uncasa? What else you gonna say about the person? This game is funny. See, Jay Mills had a run. He had a month with A-Verb and Goods and DNA. So it's okay for him to run to his regular program schedule because the algorithm is finished. Because ain't nobody rocking. But he's still doing his 1, 2, 3s on the lyrics, right? And you see what he did. This ain't no diss to nobody. I'm just rapping now. So, because ain't nobody stepping in the arena. So that's the same thing going with Son. With Uncasa. Before Jim Jones had his beef with 50 in them, you thought it was going to be traction. Why Jim Jones disliking me? You've been disliking me. You didn't want me to succeed. That sound like a scorned friend. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like I missed my opportunity because I was sleepy. You heard? That's what it sounded like too. Mm-hmm. It sounds like you was, you know what I mean, too much in the block, dancing too much in the blue spots that y'all wish y'all could go in and eat the little cocktails of shrimp cocktails and whatever cocktails, so you can feel, yeah, instead of going on. It ain't catch traction is all I'm saying. Everybody else laughing with it because it's funny. But when they look at it like I did, somebody gonna say, yo, the guy is right with the mask. I mean, Uncasa said what he said, but why didn't he swing on Gully? Why didn't he smack that nigga Gully? Why wait so long to talk about a man? What kind of man wait that long to talk about another man beating up his woman? And you ain't do nothing about it. Even if the girl on you, because that happens too. But clearly, she looked like she wasn't down for it. So she was defending herself with blocks. And it got to the point where she popped this fake gold chain. That's all you gave us. While you were standing there just looking like, oh shit, they fighting. Oh, he pulling her weave out, smoking the blunt. Like, oh snap, look, her bra popped off. Oh, look at that titty. Oh snap, I didn't know her toes look like that. You know what I'm saying? Corny. Instead of, yo, get off that girl. Mop. You don't do that to no woman, nigga. Hit me like that. Of course, you said that he did that to the guy. He charged him. Then you would have had to worry about that. So, being that y'all was in an area, you close to a lamp, you lift that lamp up and smack him in the back of the head. He get off you. Straight up. He get off you. But Gully is wrong for being the woman beater. And Uncasa and his man, Skibo, is wrong. Because all they did was one opened the door and the other one said, take that out my house. Nobody smacked the shit out of Ballhead Gully. That's crazy. You let him get away all these years to get 300,000 subscribers while you got 19. Yup. You got 19,000, pushing 20 if not. And it just went up because of the story. What else you got? Now you're going to ignore it and say, oh, I said what I said. Fuck it. That's how you're going to end it, right? When they like, yo, Uncasa, he got some shit that's saying that you got to answer to. I ain't saying that. I said what I said. Fuck it. That's how you going to end it? Nah, my nigga. You got some explaining to do, Uncasa. Like, why did you not and your friend not choke the shit out of that nigga, jump him, while the girl licking her wounds? Huh? So if she would have died on that floor, what y'all would have said? Oh, she fell? She was drunk? Huh? Y'all would have felt like y'all knew some CSI work or something? Let's wipe down the prints. Forgot that bitch done flushed the toilet. Fingerprints is right over there in the bathroom. Y'all cleaned up everything else except the motherfucking bathroom where she went in there and do a Kotex. She went in there and do a fucking hair that she brushed and flicked it into John. Huh? Y'all niggas crazy. I'm just saying that don't make no sense to me. I came here to get on Gully and come to find out that the story I want to show info, entertainment, education, $1 million purposes on. Come to find out that we got some more people involved in this. The one that told the story is telling the story, but he's taking out parts. Like, why did you open the door? And why you let it get that far before opening the door? You should have stepped in soon as you heard his voice got loud. If it wasn't no, I'm coming, baby. And she like, come, daddy. Then you don't say nothing. You're like, oh, they fucking. But if you ain't hear none of that, and you heard some bitch get over here, you ain't no, you should have jumped in right there. Because I'm pretty sure he said that. You ain't going nowhere till I finish. I ain't get my nut. I still need another one. Like, you let that nigga rape that, you let that nigga skate on that girl, B. And she was like, look, y'all paid me. I want to go home now. It's 9-hour ride. Count my bag. So all three of y'all niggas was dancing with this wolf. That's crazy, B. I'm starting to think about you, man. And you got all this Dipset money. And you ain't fix your teeth. Terrible. Cameron fixed his teeth. Joel Santana fixed his teeth. Shice Bubs fixed his teeth. Luca Brasi, they fixed their teeth. Yeah. Yeah. You the only one that ain't get their teeth fixed. You out here, it always be the little dusty ones in the group when we was growing up that always got a lot to say. And they nice in all the little things that they do too, because they just be in everything. They know how to climb on top of the refrigerator and get the cereal and shit. They know how to turn the station on the TV better than you. They know how to set the game up. You just be sitting there like, oh, I ain't know that. They be like, yeah, this is how you do it. Be the first one to smoke a cigarette and all that, you heard? Mm-hmm. Mad work out there, B. But yo, big up to you, man. Because like the Head Ice and Sirius Jones last summer, it was fire. How come you don't hear nothing after Sirius Jones landed a few blows, man? Sirius Jones even said Head Ice was skating on some girls, man. Yup. And look how quiet it went out. You don't even hear nothing about Sirius Jones. You don't even see him in the algorithm. His lives is back to normal now. His music, whatever he was doing, is back. And plus, he might be blackballed from battle rap due to the fact that Head Ice is battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people respect Ice. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to have an angle against him, let it be battle rap. Don't make up no fictitious lies pertaining that he was skating on women, B. Come on, that's crazy, man. You might as well say he's a rat. Word up. Nigga take a rat than take a skate. For real. Because there's 1,000 paperworks on that, but there's only one paperwork on that skate. And that's duplicate too. It's foul here, foul there, foul there. You can buy it over here, buy it over there. That shit is all over 5-borough courtrooms when you skate on a woman, B. So you don't hear nothing about Sirius Jones. So now Uncasa got the internet bugging. Not no more. I'm sorry I had to spoil it because it had to get done. It had to get done within the hour. You're not going to get out here and talk about the guy and your backyard is dirty because you didn't help that young black woman. You let her get punched all in her face, smacked in front of a wooden table, and you just opened the door so she wouldn't break some fucking replaceable screen that you could get from Home Depot. You sad, Asa. You sad, B. And I ain't afraid. Nope. Because we subscribe. We listening. The only thing we could think of as logical men, international thinkers. That's us. We international thinkers. We like, yo, if that was you, right, son, and you did that to a female, I'm standing there. The guy was like, y'all niggas ain't gonna stop me. Man, making money doing what up? Y'all ain't stop me. That's like saying when you grow up with your boys, yo, if I ever smoke that, man, y'all better. If you like, nigga, if I ever see you smoking that, I'm gonna punch you in your face. Remember them? Remember those days? Yo, if I catch you smoking crack, I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. Word up, son. Word up. Thank you, God. Remember those days? So you need to tell me, both of y'all niggas watch that man punch that woman, grab her up like she was a wrestling toy or something, B. I was riding with Uncasa until I examined it. Yep. Until I examined it, I came up with my own conclusion. And my conclusion was he's 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 the blame too. Yeah. Because the only thing I could think of, if that young woman would have died, and she would have hit her head the wrong way, and she would have died. You mean to tell me all three of them niggas gonna sit there and not snitch on that nigga? And then get a bitch ass charge like y'all didn't stop that nigga either? They might would have got like a fucking 1 to 3 or some shit. And he would have got 35 years. No, y'all wait till he get 235,000 subscribers to want to say, oh, it ain't no more food out here in these streets. Let me be a podcaster. Let me go ahead and start doing some YouTube. Because, you know, I got stories, man, because I was in the game. I got stories, too. I just can't remember them sometimes, you heard? Don't want to remember them shits. Sometimes I'd be ashamed to tell you about Jimmy Henchman. Sometimes I'd be ashamed to tell you about my record deal. Sometimes I'd be ashamed, man. I don't want to talk about that shit. I'd rather talk about YouTube crack money and all this funny shit that we doing right now. Keeps me sane, B. You don't know what I had to go through with my 4-man group to get a fucking single or song and all that fighting over the bread and who fucked up the this. Man, shit crazy. So on Casa, I know I tagged you. You probably listen like, yo, what the fuck is he talking about? He ain't even got nobody listening. It ain't even about that, brother. It's gonna catch on like wildfire. All because you and Skibo are account. Why you beefing us up? You shouldn't have said nothing. Because it makes me just think that y'all condone and allowed No Gully to beat up that woman. That's it. That's it. Even when my stepfather tried to swing on my mom's, I jumped up. You heard? Nigga, you ain't gonna put your hands on my peoples, B. He thought about it. But the next step is, I know I'm gonna see him. Yeah. Just like the teacher and the master died and the villain that killed the teacher. I'm gonna get you. May not be today, but I will get you. And what did he do? He walk off and laugh, right? And when he finally get him, huh? He has some technique that you forgot about. And he took that as the death blow. He knocked you right on out. I remember watching Snake in the Monkey's Shadow. And the guy who was so nice with the snake technique, he went all the way to bother the guy who knew the monkey technique. The monkey technique was like, yo, I don't want to fight. I just do this shit just in case. I just like to train and play around with the art. The snake technique was so aggressive that he wanted to fight so bad. Like he said, yo, man, I'm ready. He was like, yo, Come on, man. The monkey technique was telling the guy who was the snake technique. He was like, yo, I don't want to do it, man. Please. I just came back from fishing. I'm hungry. Plus, I got a little monkey over there, too. My little pet. So the monkey said to himself, it seems like you're not going to stop. So the snake technique, right, was like, yo, I got a snake technique. So I was like, this is going to be interesting. So the monkey technique was playing with him at first. You know what I'm saying? The snake technique had some hits. I think the monkey technique didn't think that it would be that serious. I thought he was just like, all right, maybe. So he snapped into position. So the monkey technique said, whoa, okay, let me block a little different now. Tap, 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 tap. And was smacking him in the process of it. Bap, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop. So the snake was like, ooh. So in all aspect of it, the snake technique, man, he got whooped. And the monkey technique was lenient. The snake technique told, hey, man, I came here to fight you. I wouldn't care if I died today. I wouldn't have cared. My people know I came to come for respect. But listen, though, you got me right now. You should have killed me, man. Because when I come back, I ain't going to be nice. And sure enough, the monkey technique was sure shot. Yo, if I could beat you, I could beat you twice. So I was like, maybe he can. The movie is called Snake in the Monkey Shadow. Beautiful karate movie. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite karate movies. Because it lets you know, man, that y'all niggas let a man beat on a woman like that. Salute Polly. You know what I'm saying? And where he said he gonna come back and get you like the karate flicks. So it took the student to come back and get both of them. Yeah, because there was a script that was missing that the snakes forgot. That's the moral of the story. Just a story. I wouldn't have got a gift from the gift squad from my team because we know how to tell that. You probably don't. But anyway, the point was he got him though. The snakes came and got the monkey. They beat him up. So the student who was trying to learn from the monkey saw a monkey, an actual monkey, tied up. And it had room to move around. But then a cobra, king cobra, came to make it its food. So the monkey was yelling, like, yo, can anybody pop me free? That's what it looked like he was saying. But he was like, all right, look, I can't get free, right? So let me just try to work this shit. So the monkey was smart, man. So the snake was really moving. He even flared up, opened up his neck and all that, trying to get him. So the monkey flopping, still tied up. So the monkey figured it out. Started smacking him with quick hands, smacking him, timing the damn king cobra. And by the time the king cobra realized that he couldn't get the nigga, but he kept trying, the monkey realized he had to change. So he started flopping, wrapped the chain around the fucking snake neck. You know what I'm saying? And gave it the death blow with the bite. That monkey bite is dangerous. You don't know what the fuck they got. They ain't got no monkey vaccination right now. But he bit that motherfucker. So on Casa, nobody beat up Gully TV. You waited all these years until he got 250,000 subscribers. I remember French Montana said it's kind of hard trying to survive in these New York streets. So I remember you could have said the same thing. Like, you couldn't not answer it, but it's kind of hard to not answer somebody saying that you playing and dealing with little situations. And then on Casa, you went so dirty, you talked about his family, how many kids and child support papers he got. That was deep too. See, I told y'all a story back the days when I used to get a lot of fights in school. You know what I'm saying? My mother, may she rest well, she gave me a firm blueprint, man. What you fighting for? I was talking about you. And majority of the times, she'll beat you. She'll beat you because the fucking ass whooping is, why? He don't know me. Did I date his father? Go ask his father if I dated him. See, my mother was like that. Like, yo, ma, he said, suck his dick. What? How old is he? Ma, he's my age. Why would I want to go suck his dick? Did I suck his father dick? Go ask him if I sucked his father dick. See, my mother would talk dirty. So I stopped fighting when it was like that. So I remember my mother would always, every day we come home, you got any mother jokes for me today? Every day I would try to write down mother jokes to take back to her so she could teach me that these shits don't mean nothing. So you mean to tell me Gully struck your nerve to talk about his woman beating habits, his pork habits, his coke habits? You understand what I'm saying? His basement habits. It's sad watching this. Yeah. It's deep. A woman is supposed to suck dick. How about that? If I was to tell you, surprise, surprise, a man's supposed to suck pussy. Now, I'm not saying nothing else. I'm saying what this is. A woman, a female. Huh? She's supposed to suck dick. A man. Huh? He's supposed to lick on titties and suck pussy. I don't know nothing else. I can't read. I don't know nothing else. You ain't gonna get me to start lying. I just said man and woman. That makes child. That's all I know. Man and woman. That makes child. I don't know nothing else. If you ask me about something else, then you're gonna get me to start lying. And then after you get me to start lying, I'm gonna start calling you everything except the child of God. So don't get me to start lying. Leave me alone. I just said a woman is supposed to do that. A man's supposed to do that to the woman. I don't know nothing. I swear I'll break your fucking jaw. I jump through this screen right now and I'll punch you in your mouth. That's word to my mama. I'll punch you right in your mouth with the rings on, you heard? I ain't playing with you. I said a woman's supposed to suck dick. Don't come in here and talk stupid because you going to the store. A man supposed to suck that woman's titties and her pussy. And not eat her ass. That's what they supposed to do. So if he said that to you on Casa, your mother didn't teach you nothing. Mm-mm. She probably taught you the right thing, but she forgot to teach you that. Like, these kids don't know me. You go back and talk about his mother. Now, my mother used to help me. She used to help me go back and talk about the next nigga mother. Till I saw his mother wearing a dirty hat with crusties on the side of her. And I go back and say, man, you said that about my mother? Yo, man, my mother just saw your mother at the supermarket with that dirty ass hat. Niggas be like, oh, his mom's wearing a dirty hat. His mother saw him. Man, my mother was helping me, B. You got any mama jokes for me today? I never forget that, man. Out of my whole years in public school. Yup. I never forget. Word. Because father jokes wasn't nothing. Fuck that nigga. Tell him, Tupac. It was the mama jokes that broke the bank. But if you had, tell him, Pop. But if tell him. But if I got him. Yeah, let me open it up. If you got the power and have your peoples behind you, you can win, man. I don't know, Tupac. Word up. Look out for the Appianos, man. So, Casa, I'm saying this in an hour and 22 minutes, right? I'm doing my normal YouTube business. Come across my desk as if I should or should not. But before I jump out the window and look at it, right? And dance around like how everybody else is, I'm gonna look into it. And what I saw is that you and your man was responsible for Gully. No Gully. You understand? That's a method for anything. That's like, yo, y'all look out for that nigga if he go out of town getting some money. You ain't going back to his people to say, yo, he got bagged, he got murdered. Yeah, what they gonna say? Y'all was supposed to look out for him, right? Y'all was supposed to take care of him. Yo, y'all was responsible for that nigga. Why y'all let him go? He said he was going to the store. What? Y'all niggas ain't go to Kmart or convenient and buy him sucker shit, B. That's all I'm saying. You should have stayed quiet, man. You should have stayed right there with the 13 kids. That's it. You went after the 13 kids, and then you went right to the heart. He's a woman beater. With you standing there watching him beat the woman. That's kind of sick. Now, what if he would have said, yo, they lying? What if he paid a girl YouTube money to say they wanted to see us fuck? Huh? One of y'all was watching him fuck that girl crazy like that. Shit crazy, B. Somebody couldn't get off. Somebody had to masturbate or something while somebody was pumping. Somebody had too much cocaine or something. Somebody drunk too much motherfucking tequila shots. Talk dirty. What we doing? Because ain't no man who will sit there with a girl knowing that the girl is good looking and you like, yo, what we always say. Yo, he's a good man. You tell him he's lucky. Because if I had you, you'll be, what's that old talk? If you don't want him, you can always come see me, you heard? What's that? We always slide in the bitch ear. Nobody ain't that? You ain't say that to that broad? She was like, nah, I'm with him. But if you would have saved the bitch, she probably would have said, fuck that. I'm going to get down and lay down, no doubt. Huh? If you would have saved the hoe, huh? As y'all say, no captain save a hoe. But if y'all would have saved the hoe, it turned out an excellent story. Huh? Yo, you gotta ask yourself, go back and listen to his story and listen to me for an hour and 20 and say, yo, Ham Doom got a point right now. The young man was out here beefing with Gully. No Gully. Saying that this, saying that, and saying that third. Now the third part was he's a woman beater. How you know? Y'all didn't say, yo, I remember he was beating on this girl before we stepped in. Why you didn't say that to save yourself? Why you didn't say that, Uncasa? I'm giving you an alley-oop now. But right now, it's too late. Because you and your man, it's like, damn, man, we ain't even helped that girl. And y'all still was smoking blunts with him. Y'all still, nobody sent them home. Yo, you gotta go home for this shit. You gotta get the fuck out of here, man. You can't stay out. You just beat that girl up. You don't know she's gonna call the cops. Nothing. Y'all let that nigga still hang around and eat Burger King food, huh? You said you took him to 5 restaurants after he beat that girl up. Dusty bum behavior. Yeah, Uncasa. Yeah. It seems like Gully was paying y'all niggas to hang out with you. I see that done all the time, too. You know what I'm saying? I told you I had to go pay for my items for Loaded Lux. And all I got was 18, 20 minutes of the man's time. And all I did was get in the tour of Harlem on that side of town where they all be at. It was a good experience. But I wasn't with the guy who I was looking to hang out with, who I paid my money with. He just gave me a few items and said, yo, I got to go do something. I said, all right, cool. Let me get a drop. Gave me a drop. Gave me an autograph. And I broke out. I got his math before I lost the iPhone. You heard? This is why Jay-Z ain't saying nothing. Why everybody is saying something. Because if Gully answer, right, which he probably did already, he should have not said nothing because it ain't no real paperwork out there. The girl ain't put no paperwork on you about a police report about you beating her up. So that's just uncasa. But you talking with him, you gave it fire. But you didn't say nothing because you a bitch. Them niggas let me beat the girl. Why they didn't stop me? Of course you're not going to say that. But now it really indicates you that you was really beating that woman. Right? So now you looking at it like, fuck. They got me on this, but if I don't, all right, let me word my way into it. Nah, it wasn't like that. She was acting. Yeah, too late. You might as well should have said why nobody stopped me. They let me do it. You soft, no Gully. You paid Uncasa $20,000. Told my he paid for y'all your trip. No, he paid y'all money for you. He said, yo, if I give y'all this money, where I'ma sleep at? Y'all said you can sleep with us at my man's spot for the time you hit. Then he said, well, I ain't got no clothes. And they're like, nah, we got some clothes for you. Just give us the bag. So it seemed Gully, no Gully, paid to hang out with you guys to get interviews with certain people. Because you knew a lot of people. So he used you for the clout, right? And for the punk ass $25 that y'all arguing about like hoes. And then you gonna yell out, that's how much I spend on backwards. I don't even smoke them shits. I don't know how y'all guys can still blaze that nasty piece of paper. If it ain't Dutch or paper plane, Phillies, White Owls, or Dutch Masters, all that, or Optimals, all that other shit, man, y'all can keep that. Fuck up your lungs and all that. That's crazy. But Uncasa, you're not getting away. Don't come back outside now. You can't. Not after this live. Because I'm one of many that's taking this as what you told us. Like, nigga, You opened the door. That means you was standing there watching him beat the girl. You told us that he came in and woke y'all up with his hand pulling her hair. From right there, you should have jumped up with a chair in your hand, a remote control, because I'm pretty sure that's what you had in your hand. You had a remote control and the phone. So you had two weapons. You mean to tell me nobody jumped up? You, per se. You didn't jump up with the phone and the remote, sitting there rubbing your fucking back with a back scratcher, your hands between your legs, smelling your nasty ass balls and shit. Huh? See if you need a fucking shower and all that. Talking about I'm gonna take one later. Basking in a nasty scent. Dirty ass nigga. Huh? And you hearing another man in the room beating on a woman, and you sitting there talking about, oh, he must be getting his dick sucked, or he must be getting some good butt, or he must be getting some good something going on. It's a good role play. That bitch was screaming for her life. Excuse me calling her that name, but it's hip hop. That woman was screaming for her life. And here it is, you sitting back, smoking the backwood, I'm pretty sure, laying on the bed, I'm pretty sure, holding the phone, I'm definitely pretty sure, holding a remote, two of them. I'm definitely sure about that. And guess what? You had your socks on, you had your little fucking, tell them, Pop, you had your, yeah, you had your, tell them, you had your sweatpants on, debating on Tupac. That's the people downstairs. Yeah, Pop. Tell them to come in. Come in. Who that? I'm working. Huh? Yeah, I mean, we don't know none of you guys. We listen like everybody else listen. But that story got flaws in it. It ain't flawless, buddy. You had it running for 2 fucking shows. You got money off it. Now what you gonna do? Because I did the rewind, find more to find. And I found that you condone No Gully for beating on that black woman. And none of y'all niggas sent them home from wherever y'all was at. Miami, Tammy, or down in Dandy. Who knows? But somebody should have went home besides that girl. He should have went home too with a lump and a broken fucking kneecap and say he fell doing a ski boat ride or something. Huh? Y'all condone it, man. Y'all laughed at it. Y'all laughed at it later. Like, yo, you're a wild boy, man. You're a wild boy, B. And he tried to display the story, but that's the laugh that y'all laughing. Yo, you're a wild boy, man. Word. And then he like, nah, I dealt with Shorty before. This ain't the first time I put my hands on her. No, he didn't say that. He probably said, nah, this ain't the first time me and her went through it like this. It just, this time it got a little different. Yes, he popped the fake gold chain. That you wanted to make believe that it was so much real because they said you didn't have anything. So it makes me think, Gully, that you paid these guys. And they was like, yo, if we get to Miami, we'll see if I got some old jewelry laying around, I'll give it to you. But you wanted to be so down that they gave you a few dollars, and he said you paid $10 or some dollars on the chain so you could be down with them. So it makes me think you paid for all these interviews that you got. And you was broke hanging out with Uncasa and Skibo. That's right that they had to take care of you because they gave you a bag. I mean, you gave them a bag. So it was like some money they saved, and it was your money they were spending on you. Some whole shit. It's deep. It gets deeper, but that ain't for me. I did an hour and 35. Somebody else got to pick up now because it got a holes in it. The ego was destroyed. The fake gold chain was popped, so he needed to defend his slither honor. He had left. Yeah, but here we go with those guys. Nobody stepped up and broke his jaw for doing that to that young lady like that. I'm pretty sure she still got the scars for that day. Yup. If y'all know her, send her to me. Yup. Because it's sad watching this. Because they waited, he waited. Because Skibo probably ain't got no channel. But Uncasa waited all these years. He talk about he want to do this before 2026. I got something else coming up, so I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. Now he gonna leave it alone now, because the algorithm ain't moving. But I picked it back up to see what happened, because to me it sounded like them niggas knew what time it was. I guess not. The black woman is no longer valued or protected. That's reality. Yeah, Polly Pockets. I'm sorry. But under the doom sector, y'all are. Especially under my watch. Because even if he would have beat me up, the honor would have been protected. Even if no gully would have beat me up after me defending that black sister, I wouldn't have cared if I lost. As long as I got something in, and guess what? The integrity would have been excellent. And then if it would have came back to a part two, I would have whooped his ass. Reason why? Because I'd have had some extra energy from the situation. That shit, I had plenty of fights like that. Word up, camp fights. You fight somebody, next thing you know, you lost, but the integrity was built. You wasn't scared of him. Now everybody else scared of him. Now you and him cool. Word up. That's how I did my work in camp. Mm-hmm. I had to fight this kid named Mark. You know what I'm saying? He was from Brooklyn, and I remember the camp was excited to see two Brooklyn niggas fight. They was excited. They was like, oh, we got two Brooklyn niggas fighting. And me and Mark had to fight. Word up. But not him per se, the other dude. And after he let you fight him, you go in his locker and put on all sorts of baby bottle or whatever the shit he had in his locker. It was funny back in the days. You know what I'm saying? I could tell by your knuckles you've been in several fights. Yeah, man. I mean, you have to do a plus push-ups on your knuckles too. That comes along with it too, you heard? Doing push-ups on your knuckles. It helps out. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to make sure when you tap that jaw, you tap it right. Pac right here chilling. He was just laying back. He's waiting for me right now. We had an hour and 30 minutes. We're doing real good. Thank you for the gift squad, the Cash App squad, and the Super Chat squad. Polly Pockets, you already know. Wakanda Hub. Yeah, man. You, Uncasa, don't run now. You ran already because you left out of 2025 with the work. But look, you stole that bag. You did it. So right now, my brother, look, you fooled right now, kid. Yeah, you fooled. I might have to make another story. Did Uncasa lie? Or was Uncasa? Somebody gonna rob me, but we got it in already. The story, I'm still gonna put you in there. Yeah. Why Uncasa didn't help. That's it. Why he didn't help that young girl. That's it. Don't run, Uncasa. Don't run, Mr. Harlem. Don't run. Don't run because you knew that that girl and him had a problem when they walked in that house. You should have pulled Gully aside and say, don't do nothing, man. Yo, if you don't want the girl, here goes some extra money. I know you broke. Send her back home. We could get some extra girls to do what you want to do with them. But that's what it probably could have had happen. Now I got it. This will be all right. You let him fool you. That's the story I just told you about the drunk uncle. We didn't know he was going to do that. He told us he was going to be on his best behavior. Come on, B. This shit is science, man. That's why the black woman is fucked up right now, man. And I don't blame them because they so fucked up right now. Look at it. Because here go a single man talking to him. And all they can say is, yeah, I like to hang out with you, chill with you, cool with you. I'm fine with that. Throw a couple of panties at me. I'm fine. Because it ain't nothing attached. It's, yo, can I call you to hang out? Yeah, sure. It's so fucked up now, man. And that's how they move. Imagine trying to get in relate. They don't want that no more, thanks to these bums. Huh? And the black woman can't keep her mouth closed at times. You understand? She can't keep her mouth. She don't know how to protect the king. She put him in more danger running her mouth with him and wherever they at. So she need discipline. The black woman fucked up like the black man, man. Damaged goods out here, man. Their mama training them, left them. But they having babies. It's tough, man. Child support kicking their ass. Kid running around smoking Zaza all day. You're a friend, parent, and a customer at the same time with these kids. It's crazy. Ma, I got the new bag. How much? Oh, this is like $15. Two for 15. Oh, let me get one. Here you go, $10. You condoning them. It's crazy. 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 I told you I ain't touched this thing until I was sure. I'm married, but I'm separated. But he was a woman beater. Needed to teach ladies how to be a vet, man prop. You know what I'm saying? I definitely have. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish you would have met me because it would have been nothing but what we doing right now. Listen, my woman, I'm getting on this show. You gonna help me? Let's get them all upset. Let's get this money. Women like to hear that. They like to see a man be a go-getter. Single, he a go-getter? Yeah, he doing something right. But these dudes messing it up, man. They messing it up. Yeah. Because I wouldn't tell no girl no story like that. Because she would have said the same thing. Why you didn't help her? You could tell she needed help. You mean to tell me you let that big man beat her up like that and y'all was smoking Zaza? She'd have said you don't get no pussy tonight. She'd have went out with her girlfriends and told her girlfriends. And all of them would have started stepping off. Y'all niggas would have been home watching corn industry all night, whacking off and shit. You heard? Now, if you would have said, yo, baby, I punched him in the mouth. I lost my ring that day. Plus, you know, she see that cut right here on my ear. She like, yeah, I see it. You can't see that. It went away. But yeah, he bit my ear like Mike Tyson and shit. Then he tried to take my sneakers. That girl would have been like, ooh, her panties was wet. She was like, I know I gotta protect her right now. But you sat there and said, nah, what I'm gonna do, man? I mean, sometimes the girl be like, don't touch my man. Nah, in this case, you gotta know what is what. Okay? You could tell he wasn't with that woman for 5 months, 6 months, or 3 months. For her to say, don't touch my man, or don't touch my daddy, or don't touch my pimp. Nah, none of that came out her mouth. It came out her mouth. Well, I know him from somewhere. He talked to me, and he sweet talked me on the phone, and bada bang, bada boom. I'm telling you, it's sad watching this. Casa opened up the door, got his friend involved in it. That's why his friend was probably sitting there like, damn, son. But you know somebody gonna punch a hole in this shit. But look, I'm gonna ride with it because you got the algorithm. That's a bump. He should have called him and say, leave it. It's good. You already hit him already. If you keep elaborating, a YouTuber smart, they'll pick it up and say, yo, this dude is a bum. So what you was with this group, that group? You still a bum for letting no Gully, beat up that woman. Now, I can't say your man, but he get blamed because he kicked them out. Y'all got to get out with this noise. Instead of saying, what'd he do? What'd he do? Yo, he just punched the girl, beat her up. What, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Hit that nigga hit him in the head with a bag of potato chips or something. Let the popcorn spill on his head or something, B. Throw the pancake batter at that nigga, you heard? Pop his chain 2 more times. You feel me? And so she could be feeling, here, baby girl, I'm sorry that you came here and nobody probably said sorry to the girl. She left, got where she got, went to CVS, threw on some hoodie, hope nobody didn't know her, ran in CVS and got peroxide and shit, Vaseline, makeup. It was terrible. Her face was swollen for like 2 weeks. He said she hit the wooden couch. She could have died. Thank the Most High for the embracement. So Gully was enraged, like the Hulk. He was enraged. He didn't care if he threw her in front of knives. She was going to get that work. He didn't care if she was in front of a fire furnace. She was going to get that work. Gully didn't care if she was in front of a fire truck. She was going to get that work. If she would have came out the shower with no panties, but just a towel wrapped on her, no slippers, just her pretty feet walking through to get to the room, she was going to get that work. And 2 guys sat there, rolling up Zaza, while that young lady was crying and screaming, begging, and was looking, saying to herself, if somebody saved me from this, I'm going to get them the best pussy of the lifetime. They fucked up. If somebody saved me from this, they're going to get their dick sucked. That woman would have said that out of them 2 little punk dirty bastards. No. What they did was they rolling up Zaza. See, we saying a lot of things because it's online. People pay us to do this work. They shouldn't be paying Gully no more. It should be no Gully campaign for a whole month due to the fact that this is in the making. It came out. And it should be no on Casa for a whole month because he sat there and he watched that man beat that woman. And all they could say was chill and open the screen door so she don't break his friend's screen door. He opened the door. So no Gully beat her from upstairs, broke the chandeliers. He beat her downstairs with a table and the chairs. But as soon as he got to that screen door, on Casa protect, his name is the house, no house, Uncasa. Yeah, no house. That's a terrible name too, man. Should have just said your name was Casa, the house, but you Uncasa, no house. So you protected Your job was to protect not the kitchen silverware, not the upstairs chandeliers, and not downstairs in the dining table or the chairs. Nope. Your mind was, let me protect the screen door. The screen door. Yeah. Homeless bum loser. Gully didn't care if he threw her in front of the television. She was going to get that work. Gully didn't care if he threw her in front of traffic. She was going to get that work. Gully didn't care if she came out the shower naked. She was going to get that work. It's terrible. And all they could think about is what champagne bottle they going to drink after that. Velvet Clico, Dom Perignon, or Moet. Terrible. Never heard of anything like it. I was going to mind my business. I said I couldn't let this algorithm not pick up me. I had to talk about it. And I'm doing it respectfully, but in a manner of, you niggas are soft, man. Both of you. Gully is soft and Uncasa is soft. Because you let that man do it. And you ain't say nothing but open the screen door. Yo, if I would have not opened the screen door, she would have went through it. But yet, you opened it and she went through it anyway. She went through the doorway of it. Huh? So you mean to tell me it wasn't the half screen door? This was a full screen door. This was a full screen door. This wasn't the half screen door, because she would have stopped right there on the bottom base. Because the top down south, they got that type of screen, right? So your friend had the full length. So you protect that. That was your main goal. You didn't care if she fell in front of knives. Knives was out there. You didn't care if she fell in front of the glass table. She was gonna get that work. The way you described it, y'all was living the life of luxury in the hotels. So I can imagine if she would have went through a painting, she was gonna get that work. Gully didn't care if he threw her through the wall, the cheap sheetrock. She would have went through it, sucked in, and you pull her out to get out. He wouldn't care if she would have went through that wall like this and had to get out. What's the line? She was gonna get that work. Gully didn't care if she had one shoe on or two shoes on, and she meant frog horn and leg horn all together. They didn't care. Somebody was gonna get that work. Sean John, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, he in jail. He in jail right now, and his cologne is selling. Gully is not in jail, and he's selling knitted hats. Oh, God, talk dirty. P. Diddy, Sean Combs, aka Diddy. This is Sean John Cologne right here, right? He in jail making money, right? Because he did the crime he did. But no Gully, he's selling knitted hats on I see you, Pin. I see you, Polly. Listen, he's selling knitted hats. Huh? Huh? Beard oils. Huh? Huh? knowing that he got a case out here beating on women, huh? But he's selling beard oils, huh? Knitted Pennsylvania hats, huh? Huh? And showing you guys that he's the dribble god, right? And then he got an album. This guy's a fool. With 13 kids, they say, right? And a domestic violence case. Oh, this is getting better by the minute. This is funny. This is funny. Rainbow knitted hats. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. It is fly. I must admit, I was going to purchase one. I was going to get the black. He said he don't make them. He said, nah, I don't make solid colors, B. I make assorted colors. I said, yo, I pay for the black. Yo, but they $20. I'll give you $40. I want the black. Nah, B, and I got to do the shipping handling because it's coming from Pennsylvania and you live in New York. But I want it in black. Nah, I got the rainbow color. I got the green and the blue. I got the black. I got black. I got black. I got assorted color black. But the black I got, it. Let me show you. I'm gonna send you a picture on it. You might want this. Is it solid? Nah, but you might want it because it got the swirl. It got the crochet swirl to it. So let me show you what I got that's black. You showed me some black mixed with pink. Now, don't get me wrong. All these colors is fascinating. If I was a tourist attraction coming to New York City, I would buy them shits. Take it back to my country. Say, yo, look what I got from New York. You know what I'm saying? It was exciting. Can't make this shit up. Yeah, it was exciting. Yo, I got assorted colors, man. Like the assorted cookies, man. I got the Cameron pink. I got the dribble guard basketball. Oh my God. Listen, I don't even know, man. I stopped wearing all eyes back in the day. I wear them to go to bed and on some days when I want to chill out when it's hot in the crib. Do a show or something. I'm in my all eyes. That's what we call them back in the day. The all eyes. But yeah, I got the all eyes, but I got them in different colors, B. And he tried to sell me the album. Now, I ain't gonna diss his lyrics. I ain't gonna diss no Gully lyrics. But all that get taken away, Gully, because you beat that woman. Uncasa, all the work you have put in that I believed in, I gotta take it back. Due to the fact that you allowed you let a black man. If that was my father, I told you the story. My stepfather put his hands on my mother. I tried to break his fucking pinky. I couldn't break his jaw. I couldn't break his back. I couldn't break his kneecaps. I broke my stepfather pinky, B. That's the only thing I broke on that nigga. He gonna remember that pinky breaking, man. Huh? Yo, you wanna do the pinky thing? I waited till let's make a bet. And I got him. I said, yeah. He said, ooh, what you doing? My pinky is broke. Oh, it's fractured. Yeah, that's for my mom's, nigga. Now trying to fight with that pinky, bro. I'll get you now. Yeah, he'll remember that pinky. Huh? Not pinky in the brain either. His pinky. Huh? Yo, this is HAMP Doom, man. That them dudes is soft, man. For allowing them dudes to beat up on that woman, man. We don't condone that, man. 55 people said that Gully beat that black woman up. They said, yeah. So look, Gully, you better get it right, man, because you're soft. And Uncasa, You're a bum for even bringing it out because you didn't help out. Guess what? We out. Salute.